you doing? So I tried to go live yesterday, but was having terrible trouble with my stream quality. So I thought I'd give it a little rest and try again today. So I'm just going to make sure that we're not kind of all over the place again, because it was very frustrating. Now, what I wanted to yesterday, but was kind of being sort of a bit hamstrung by the tech, was around the whole sort of rather exciting practicalities of something I've been working on, and I want to share it with you. And this is really not new. It's something I've been interested in for a long time, but it's something that's grown very naturally out of what Chantel and I are doing with AI survival skills. And this is to do with kind of the I guess the natural progression with the AI stuff is that you've got all these amazing tools, things like ChatGPT and Claude and a plethora of other things, as you'll see in a minute. And what is fascinating and what is really exciting is when you start to join these pieces of the puzzle together using automation systems. So things like Zapier or in the case that I've chosen, Make. Now, it's been really interesting actually, because I would never have thought of myself as somebody who is kind of a coder or anything like that, but I've really found myself getting into the coding side of things. Now, I'm teaching myself, and I'm learning pretty fast, which is really exciting. But it's most exciting, and I learn at my best when I find something that I can see the great potential. And this is really what I'm excited to share. So I'm gonna share my let me just see if I can, because we are still struggling a little bit with broadband speed, I think. It's very annoying. It's just I don't know whether it's my frame rate. It's very frustrating. Anyway, so I'm going to share my screen because I think it's probably worth us looking at this together. Now, I've always found the whole content creation thing, particularly the sort of the kind of, you know, I've never struggled with the video side of stuff, because obviously with my video hat on, that's kind of, you know, that's something I feel very comfortable with. But what I have always struggled with is consistencies, and that's largely to do with things like, you know, real life getting in the way, or really struggling to delegate, because I've got a very clear vision of what I want, and delegating that out to people has always been something that I've struggled with. I'm in the content creation business myself. I've been doing this for like 22, 23 years, and have very particular senses of what I want to achieve with it and how it's going to work. And so I've sort of been getting in my own way a little bit. But what I've been able to do with kind of various AI systems and automation systems is effectively create a system that allows me to get out of my own way. And I'm going to just share sort of give you a little bit of a taste of this. So the dream was, the sort of vision that I had was to create a sort of a content creation system that could deal with both written content and visual content, so there's video and images. And the kind of the requirement is essentially to get the information out of my head and onto onto platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, wherever, in a way that is kind of pretty seamless. And you know, I've got no shortage of ideas, but it's turning those ideas into content that I was struggling with. So I needed to create something that was going to function as a kind of as kind of a almost like the most frictionless system I could possibly imagine. And for me, that starts with audio. I love to I love to get the ideas out of my head in voice note form. And actually this is something which I I do as sort of fairly standard practice anyway. So I started with the idea: what if we could create a Slack channel that would sort of be the repository for my sort of content related brain dumps. so we set up a Slack channel, private Slack channel, and that was the starting point. And that that kind of simple act of getting the information out of my head and into another format, that's useful. That's a good place to start. But what do you do with that? So I wanted that to then go through a series of processes which would be AI supported, and then have an end result of content being on social media. So and to do it in a way that was consistent but had some gaps, some stop gaps in it for sort of quality control. And that really is kind of what I was kind of hoping to do. And hopefully I might just, oh, this connection's terrible, isn't it? I'm not sure this is. I'm going to try again in the second. Hang on.